In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, let me ask you something. How much of your life do people really need to know? Every blessing you share, every private moment you expose, have you ever thought, what could it be costing you? Not everyone who listens cares. Not everyone who smiles wishes you well. Some people scroll through your life silently and carry envy you cannot see. Don't ignore this message, because protecting your privacy could protect your peace, your qalba, and even your rizq. Allah reminds us in the Quran about the reality of hasad, envy, and seeking protection from it. Your life is an amana. Not everything is meant to be shared. As Muslims, we are taught haja, modesty, and that includes how much of our personal life we expose. Guarding your privacy is not secrecy, it is wisdom. We are living in a time where sharing everything has become normal, almost expected. People feel the need to announce every blessing, every achievement, every emotional moment, and even their private struggles to the world. It feels harmless at first, even exciting because it gives a sense of connection and validation. But slowly, without realizing it, this habit begins to take away something very precious: your privacy, your peace, and sometimes even your barakah. Not every blessing is meant to be displayed, and not every detail of your life is meant for public consumption. When you constantly share what happens in your life, you open doors to opinions, judgments, and sometimes silent envy that you cannot even see. The Prophet ﷺ taught us the importance of seeking protection from hasad, because envy is real and it can affect a person's life in ways they may not immediately understand. Many people today feel overwhelmed, not because their lives are bad, but because they have exposed too much of it to too many people. The more you reveal, the more vulnerable you become emotionally, spiritually, and even mentally. You start living for reactions instead of sincerity, and your sense of contentment becomes tied to how others respond to your posts or your words. Islam teaches us wisdom and balance, and part of that wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Before sharing anything, pause and ask yourself a simple but powerful question. Do I really need to share this, or am I just seeking attention or validation? This small reflection can protect you from regret later. There is also a deep beauty in keeping certain parts of your life between you and Allah alone. When a blessing is hidden and protected with gratitude and dhikr, it often carries more barakah and stability. Not every happy moment needs to be broadcast, and not every struggle needs to be explained to people who may not truly care. Some things are meant to be lived fully, felt deeply, and preserved quietly. In that quietness, your heart becomes stronger, your intentions become purer, and your connection with Allah becomes more sincere without needing the approval of others. Not everyone who smiles at you carries sincerity in their heart, and not everyone who listens to your story truly wishes well for you. This is a reality we must understand with maturity and wisdom, especially in a time where appearances can be very misleading. People may appear kind, supportive, and interested in your life, but inside their hearts, there can be emotions that you cannot see: envy, comparison, or quiet competition. This is why Islam teaches us to be balanced, to be good to people, but not naive about human nature. Even in the Quran, we are reminded about the reality of hasad, the jealousy that can arise when others see the blessings Allah has given you. It is not something to live in fear of, but something to be aware of with caution and faith. When you share every detail of your personal life with everyone, you unintentionally give access to people who may not be emotionally safe for your blessings. Sometimes harm does not come through action, but through silent feelings, negative energy, or unnecessary comparison that can affect relationships and peace of mind. That is why protecting your privacy is not about becoming distant or cold. It is about becoming wise and selective. The story of Qabil and Habil teaches us how envy can lead to destruction when hearts are not purified. It begins silently, but if unchecked, it can grow into resentment. In today's world, envy may not always show itself through actions, but it can appear in subtle ways: lack of happiness for your success hidden, criticism or sudden distance when good things happen in your life. This is why you must learn to observe more and reveal less. You can still be kind, respectful, and socially present, but not every person needs access to your private world. practical habit is to set boundaries in conversations and avoid discussing your next plans, financial matters, relationships, or personal struggles openly with everyone. Instead, keep your circle small and trustworthy, and always remember that your ultimate protection is from Allah alone. Along with being cautious, strengthen your heart with dhikr, gratitude and dawah, asking Allah to protect you from envy and the harm of others. When you combine awareness with trust in Allah, you find a balance where you are neither fearful of people nor careless with your privacy. And this balance is what brings lasting peace to the heart and stability to your life. One of the most important realities we must understand in life is that blessings are not only gifts, they are also responsibilities, and they need protection. Many people today lose peace not because their lives are necessarily going wrong, but because they expose too much of what is going right. Hasad or envy is a real force mentioned in our faith, and it is something we are taught to seek protection from through the words of Allah. When a person receives a blessing, whether it is success, marriage, financial growth, or even personal happiness, it is natural to feel joy, but not every moment of joy needs to be announced to everyone. Some blessings grow quietly, and when they are protected, they become stronger, more stable, and more long-lasting. However, when they are constantly displayed to people who may not have pure intentions, they can become a source of unwanted attention, comparison, or negativity. This does not mean we live in fear of others, but it means we live it with wisdom, and awareness. The Prophet ﷺ taught us to say, MashaAllah, Tabarakallah, when we see something good. And this is not just a phrase, it is a protection. It reminds us that every blessing comes from Allah alone, and no human being can truly harm what Allah has chosen to preserve. At the same time, it is important for each person to understand that not everyone celebrates your success with the same sincerity. Some people may admire you, while others may quietly compare themselves to you in ways that affect their heart. This is why oversharing can sometimes lead to emotional discomfort, sudden changes in relationships, or unexplained disturbances in peace. A wise believer learns to distinguish between gratitude and exposure. You can be grateful for your blessings without displaying every detail of them to the world. A practical habit is to keep certain achievements or happy moments private, or only share them with those who are genuinely close, supportive, and trustworthy. Another powerful practice is to immediately follow any mention of a blessing with dhikr and gratitude, asking Allah to protect it and place barakah in it. When you begin to treat your blessings as something sacred rather than something for attention, your heart becomes calmer, your life becomes more private, and your connection with Allah becomes stronger. In this way, protection of blessings becomes not just an action but a lifestyle rooted in faith, humility, and awareness of Allah's constant care over your affairs. One of the most overlooked effects of oversharing is how it slowly weakens a person's inner strength without them even realizing it. When you constantly express every emotion, every struggle, and every frustration to people around you, your heart begins to depend on human responses for comfort instead of turning inward to Allah. At first, it may feel helpful to talk things out, to vent, or to receive advice and reassurance from others. But over time, this habit can create emotional dependency, where you feel lighter only when someone listens to you and heavier when you are alone. Islam teaches us the importance of balance in our relationships and in how we handle our emotions. Not every pain needs to be spoken aloud, and not every problem needs to be broadcast to others. There is a certain strength that develops when a believer learns to take their concerns directly to Allah first. In sujood, in quiet moments of reflection, and in private dua, the heart finds a type of healing that no human conversation can replace. When everything is shared outwardly, the inner world becomes noisy, scattered, and vulnerable. You begin to lose clarity because too many voices are influencing your thoughts and emotions. Sometimes people may give advice that confuses you further, or they may not respond in the way your heart needs, which increases disappointment instead of relief. But when you train yourself to turn to Allah first, you build emotional resilience. You learn that not every feeling requires immediate expression and not every situation needs external validation. A practical habit is to pause before speaking about your problems and ask yourself whether you have already turned to Allah about it. Even 2 rakah of prayer or a sincere dua can change the way your heart carries the burden. After that, if you still need guidance, you can choose wisely whom to speak to instead of speaking to everyone. This approach protects your dignity, preserves your emotional energy, and strengthens your relationship with Allah. It also helps you become more stable and less affected by people's reactions. Over time, you realize that the strongest hearts are not the ones that speak the most, but the ones that know how to return to Allah in silence and find peace there without needing the approval or attention of others to feel whole. We live in a time where social media has become a major part of our daily lives, and for many people it feels like a natural extension of who they are. We post our achievements, our emotions, our routines, and sometimes even our private struggles, thinking it is just a way of connecting with others. But the reality is that social media is not always a safe or private space. Once something is shared, it is no longer fully under your control. It can be saved, shared, misunderstood, or judged by people who know nothing about your intentions or your circumstances. This is why Islam encourages wisdom, moderation, and protecting one's dignity in how we present ourselves to the world. Not everything that happens in your life needs to become public content. Some moments are meant to be lived, not displayed. When we constantly post about our lives, we start becoming dependent on external validation. Likes, comments, and reactions begin to influence how we feel about ourselves. This can slowly weaken sincerity and create an unhealthy attachment to people's opinions. Instead of feeling content with what Allah has given us, we begin to measure our happiness through digital approval. This shift is very subtle but powerful, and it can affect both our mental peace and spiritual focus. Another important concern is that social media exposes us to the eyes of many people, including those who may not have good intentions or pure hearts. Not everyone who follows you is genuinely happy for you, and not everyone who views your life wishes you well. This is why keeping some aspects of your life private is not only wise but also protective. The beneficial habit is to think carefully before posting anything and ask yourself whether it is necessary, beneficial, or simply driven by emotion or attention seeking. You can also set boundaries by limiting what you share about your personal goals, relationships, or struggles. Remember that your value does not increase with visibility, and your blessings do not become greater because more people see them. True dignity lies in balance, being present in the world without exposing everything to it. When you learn to use social media consciously rather than emotionally, you protect your peace, reduce unnecessary comparison, and maintain a stronger connection with Allah, who knows your reality even when no one else does. Silence is one of the most powerful forms of protection a believer can adopt in their life. In a world where people feel the need to constantly speak, explain, and share everything, silence becomes a form of strength that many have forgotten. When you speak less about your personal life, your plans, and your emotions, you preserve your energy, your dignity, and your inner peace. Not every thought that enters your mind needs to be spoken, and not every blessing or struggle needs to be discussed with others. There is a deep wisdom in keeping certain parts of your life between you and Allah alone. When something is shared too widely, it becomes exposed to opinions, judgments, and sometimes even hidden envy. But when it is kept private, it remains protected, pure, and more stable. Silence does not mean isolation or weakness. Rather, it reflects maturity and awareness of human nature. A wise person understands that people are not always required to know everything about them in order to respect or value them. In fact, sometimes the less people know, the more peaceful your life becomes. Silence also strengthens your connection with Allah because it shifts your reliance away from people and back to Him. Instead of seeking constant validation or emotional release from others, you learn to turn inward and speak to your Creator in moments of joy, confusion, and difficulty. This creates a deeper sense of trust and reliance on Allah that cannot be replaced by human interaction. Practically, silence can be applied by limiting unnecessary conversations about your future plans, financial situations, or personal relationships. It also means being selective about who you confide in and avoiding the habit of explaining yourself to everyone. Not everything requires justification. When you learn to stay silent in situations where speaking is not beneficial, you gain control over your emotions and your environment. Over time, this habit builds emotional intelligence, patience, and self-respect. You begin to notice that your life becomes calmer, your decisions become clearer, and your heart feels less burdened by outside opinions. Silence becomes not just a behavior but a protective shield that guards your peace and strengthens your faith, allowing you to move through life with confidence, dignity, and reliance on Allah alone. So starting today, pause before you post, think before you speak. Not everything needs an audience. Protect your peace, protect your blessings, protect your relationship with Allah. My beloved brothers and sisters, learn to value your privacy. Not everything is for public consumption. The less people know about your personal life, the less they can harm you intentionally or unintentionally. Keep your qalban clean, your circle small, and your trust in Allah strong. And remember, silence is not weakness. Sometimes it is your greatest shield.